Nothing ever dark. Hardwire. Playing 2 games in a row by 1.
The NFL on EA Sports is in the Steel City at Heinz Field in Pittsburgh, PA. This was the scene just a few moments ago as the Pittsburgh faithful were fired up by the hometown Steelers taking the field. They're all set as they'll match up with Carson Wentz and the Philadelphia Eagles. It's an old-school battle in the Keystone State of Pennsylvania. The Eagles and the Steelers are underway. That'll be taken in the end zone. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line.
Set, 180. 951, 950. Now spin. You can't block me.
First carry for James Conner. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
Play fake to Conner. Now Roethlisberger. Over the middle, hauled in by Smith-Schuster. And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. A gain of 28 yards there and give him a first down. So from Philadelphia territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. Here's Roethlisberger. Screen pass to Conner. And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. That'll wind up going for a loss of 4. And that's going to make it 2nd and 14.
Ready? 180. Quarter. 50. Let's go. Hey, wahoo.
Now Roethlisberger. That'll be taken in there by James Washington. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for 3rd down. Cool under pressure right there, escaping the pocket and finding what I think was not his primary target.
And some of these guys are just so comfortable getting outside of the pocket that they'll do it on purpose. It doesn't even need to be a breakdown. They move, and they know it affects the defense because a lot of times you get lost in coverage in the secondary, and I think you're exactly right. Wasn't his primary target. Found a secondary guy who sprang open, probably because of his movement out of the pocket.
Got his man complete over the middle. That's Conner. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. Pittsburgh getting 16 yards there and also a first down. How about the start throwing the football? 4 for 4 on this opening drive.
Oh, he's slinging it. And oftentimes when you talk about slinging it, you're thinking about a guy throwing it all over the yard, not necessarily accurately. In this case, though, he's honing in on his targets, and he's delivering.
Yeah, the opening script, however, they drew it up for this first drive, going to plan so far. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Well, they certainly had success throwing the ball on this drive and not as much running it as we just saw once again on that last play, stopped after a very short gain. But I wouldn't abandon the run totally because otherwise, pass rushers just tee off on your quarterback. It makes it very, very difficult for him in that situation.
This will be caught inside the 10. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. 15 yards on the play, first down.
His passing's been on point on this drive, hasn't it? Been very accurate, gotten the ball downfield, gained nice chunks of yardage. But now, in this situation, the field is really condensed, partner. So if he's going to throw the football, that has to be pinpoint here.
Yeah, I was going to ask you about that. Field shrinks, has to be sharper, but it's been a good opening drive so far.
Now they just want to see if they can cap it off with the bell ringer and put it in the end zone.
So the ball position now at the 3. Here's 2nd and goal. Again, it'll be Connor. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Steelers. It's a 3-yard touchdown run. And the Steelers take the ball down the field and score on their opening drive. Quite the drive there to get things started. They took up the bulk of the first quarter, and they end up in the end zone.
And I love your last point. Ended up in the end zone. Because a lot of teams like those long drives, especially to keep their offense off the field, right? Keep the ball away from them. But they finished it with a touchdown. That's the exclamation point. Now, flip it over defensively. They've got to slow that down somehow, right? Maybe they need to be a little more aggressive. Maybe a few more pressures towards the quarterback.
This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
Here we go.
Come on, Henry. Got this.
Wentz and the Eagles now with a 1st and 10 at their own 26. Wentz. That's caught by Howard.
Right.
It'll be a gain of 6, and that'll make it 2nd down.
Brandon, to me, what's important right here on this drive is for them to get at least 2 first downs. They've got to give their defense a chance to settle down, catch their breath a little bit after they give up a touchdown on the opening drive.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Wentz. And that one is incomplete. And it also concludes quarter number 1. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down. Shotgun now for Wentz. Oh, he may have gotten lucky. Tried to dump it off underneath on the check down. Nearly picked. Instead, it's incomplete. And boy, down a touchdown already, but they're going to line up to go for it on their side of the field. Now Wentz.
I will see more of them trying to get him the football out of the backfield. They love what he can do in open space, and they believe that he creates mismatches they can exploit.
They're able to keep the drive alive. 7 yards that time, and the decision to go for it proves to be a good one. Now it's the all-purpose back. This is Darren Sproles. 14 yards there and an Eagle 1st down.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking them for that much space to rumble.
Now a man open down the middle of the field. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last 2 plays.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. Nowhere to turn here, and he's going to go down. Back at about the 37-yard line. Stephon Tuitt able to shake free and get home for the sack. So 2nd and long, and got to be careful not to fall out of field goal range. To throw is Wentz. Jeffrey with a catch left side. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. That one good for a 1st down pickup of 18 yards. From the red zone now, Wentz. And he's going to go down. He's sacked back at the 24. Stephon Tuitt, the former Notre Dame man, able to drop him that time for his 2nd sack of the evening. Well, this has been a good march down the field, but now they're stuck looking at a 2nd and 14. 2 minutes on the clock, 2nd quarter, 7-0 ball game. A reminder, coming up at halftime, Jonathan Coachman will join us from Orlando with our halftime report. But business to take care of before we get there.
A 2-minute drill before the coach's 2-minute drill.
And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside. A chance now to get even before the break as they come up 1st and goal. On 1st and goal, Howard. And he's in. Touchdown, Eagles. 5 yards on the touchdown run. And the Eagles are within an extra point of tying this thing up. Now, let's not forget that was all set up by the 4th down conversion earlier in the drive.
Would have been complete letdown if the drive doesn't culminate this way, wouldn't it? If you're going to go for it on 4th down, your intention is to make sure you get a touchdown out of the drive, and that's exactly what they did. Converted, and then converted a second time for 6 points.
And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. Pittsburgh's offense now heading back out onto the field. And they had to wait a long time to get the football back. Probably not what you were hoping for when you got an offense that's humming.
Agreed. What you were looking for is the defense get the ball back pretty quickly, right? Hoping for a 3 and out. So that didn't happen. You can't yell at your D for that. They've got to take care of their own business and reestablish themselves now that they're back on the field.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. 2nd and 10 now. It's Roethlisberger. And this time he's got the hookup. It's complete. They'll get 9 there as that sets him up better for 3rd down.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they put into their passing game because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
It's an 11-yard pickup. Thought they'd run it on 3rd and 1. Not the case. He'll find Smith-Schuster again. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. Now the Steelers use the 2nd of their 3 timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. On 1st down, it's Roethlisberger. Over the middle, complete. It's Connor. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. Another strong gain on the last 2 plays. They've moved it a combined 33 yards.
Oh,
but he
shit.
fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Sidney Jones.
Shit, man.
And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Eagles defense gets a pick-6 TD. Well, we know this defense has athleticism. Spots like that prove us right.
I love the way that you spotlighted the athleticism because you and I both know the best athletes on the field, they play on defense.
I don't know. I was a kicker. You got to remember that now.
Yeah, 25, fine.
Come on.
Fine. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. We're under 20 seconds to go in the half. I'm guessing the wise play here is be safe.
That is the wise play because if you think about trying to fool them here, here's what you're facing. You're facing a loose...
Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Malcolm Jenkins. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half.
26 Mike. 87.
So after the INT, here's Wentz. Ertz over the middle. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. And with just 1 second remaining in the first half, they'll call the timeout. So with 1 second left in the half, on is the field goal unit. This from 54 yards away. And that will wind up just short. He had it online. It ran out of gas at the end. So we've hit intermission. It's halftime. This is the NFL, and it's a presentation of EA Sports. So the Eagles with the lead, and they're going to get this football first as the third quarter gets underway. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. Wentz and the Eagles now with a 1st and 10 at their own 23. Here's a handoff to Sproles to start the drive. And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line. It'll be a gain of 10 to start the drive out, and by a few inches, that'll be a 1st down. They've got the lead early here in the 3rd quarter, and runs like that are how they establish that lead in the 1st half.
I love the fact that you're using the word lead, because they are leading from the front, pounding on the defense right now with the running game, and truly establishing themselves here in the 2nd half. And plays like that are exactly what this defense needs here early in the 2nd half to give it a little spark. I think their halftime adjustments, what they talked about, maybe it was just a little inspirational speech. Who knows? It looks like they're ready to go.
Flush to his right. And he'll go out near midfield at the 49. A gain there of 21 yards.
Looked like the defense put pretty good pressure on him, but he's able to flush out to his right to try and evade people. On the run, had to get on his horse. Still accurately throws a nice pass for a 1st down.
And he's got some space here. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. That's back-to-back plays of over 20 yards.
They're making it look easy out there. Another 1st down. So far on this drive, let me do this little bit of math here. 4 plays, 3 1st downs.
That's a pretty good recipe for success. Now this throw caught left side. And down inside the 15 he goes. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another 1st down.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
Into the red zone. Wins. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. A 14-yard touchdown. And the Eagles had 6 to their lead. Always important to get the first score of the 2nd half. Now you start to pull away a little bit and get some breathing room going.
And now we find out about the fortitude of the group that's behind, because they were counting on getting into the game a little bit more, right? Maybe they get the first score. That doesn't happen. It looks almost insurmountable, but it's not. Let's see how hard they play the rest of the game.
Elliott good on the extra point, and it's now 21-7. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. Big Ben and the Steelers with a 1st and 10 at their own 22. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Oh, that's got to frustrate him a little bit, because they nearly got to him there, and it would have been the first sack of the game. Instead, they're able to influence the release, and they did force the incomplete pass.
So after the incompletion, 2nd and 10 from the 22. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. A gain of 13. It's a 1st down. And there they went crossing route against his own defense. What do you think of that?
Takes real coordination between the passer and the receiver, because you've got to read those zones and where the open spots are and be on the same page with the guy throwing the football. Because sometimes you're throwing it in front of the zone. Sometimes you're throwing it between the zones. Sometimes the receiver's going to just kind of find a spot and what we call sit down and present himself to the quarterback and throw it there. It's a tough read, but when they're in sync, it's really effective.
Now this throw, it's complete. It's Mancave with it. And he'll be down at the 46. Well, they go from 146 to the other on a pickup of 8.
One thing I can say pretty safely, that route is not called if you don't have a guy who can throw the ball and put some mustard on it. Because if you're going to lollipop it in the middle of the field, bad things usually happen. It takes a strong-arm guy who can rifle it in there, and they were able to successfully complete that one.
Now Roethlisberger getting this one into the hands of Smith-Schuster. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. Roethlisberger now 5 straight completions here in this 2nd half. 1st and 10. To throw again is Roethlisberger. Eagle pressure, too much this time. Down he goes. Sacked by Brandon Graham. He's been doing that since he entered the league in 2010. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
That one covers 24 yards. It's a first down. Roethlisberger coming up with a 1st and 10. And he's 5 for 6 now throwing the ball on this drive.
Set. Black 20. Snickers. 66. 80 weapons.
Play action. It's Roethlisberger. That is caught. It's Juju for the Steeler touchdown. A 24-yard touchdown. And the Steelers are able to make this a close game again. And, partner, they found a gap there on the post pattern, and it was in the middle third of the field.
And that's really difficult to do because ordinarily the safeties are back there to prevent that happening. But they found the opening and exploited it.
Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Wentz and the Eagles now with a 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. And down he goes. They bring down Wentz on the sack. Cam Hayward, always a force, got back there for the sack.
Okay, was it a breakdown in protection? Did the running back not pick him up? What does it really matter? Sometimes it's just a great play made by the defense. Big-time sack.
To try again after the sack. Wentz, he's going to go for a big play downfield. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. He was trying to find Deshaun Jackson that time. And it's 3rd down.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice, getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
He's going to sling this deep downfield. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Sean Davis with a pick. And they take possession of the football and have it at the 36-yard line. Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10. After the interception, here's Roethlisberger. Oh, there's that man again. It's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. That's a good way to start the drive. 17 yards and a 1st down. Roethlisberger now a perfect 8 for 8 to start the second half. Not bad. 1st and 10. Here's Roethlisberger to throw. Eluding the pressure right. Going top shelf for Smith. And Big Ben intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off at the 13. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Great 15. Great 15.
They'll begin the drive with Howard. And he'll be taken down at the 18. There to stop him, Terrell Edmonds. Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
Here's a throw right side, taken in by his tight end. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. 15 yards on the play, 1st down.
Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect them to run the ball in this situation, Brandon. But with this lead, they're electing to throw the...
Darren Sproles! And he cuts it right into space.